what a historic season we had. The players in this room will go down in history as being the most successful soccer team in West Lawrence history. A large part of that success is because of our senior class. Lucas, Trevor, Luke, Christian have all played major roles in our success for actually the past 2 seasons. First of all, Lucas, aka the Dukester. Well, there is another name I call him, but I won't say. Yeah, Lucas, your talent in this sport is undeniable. You have carried this team on your back for the past 2 seasons, especially this season with you being a captain. Some of the things I've seen you do with soccer ball in training and in games has left me speechless at times. You're an awesome leader of this team, and I'll miss your joyful personality and the banter we had during training. Luke, aka Pastor Luke. For me, you are a natural born leader. The comments you make to encourage everyone around you has not gone unnoticed. You keep us grounded through our prayers, and as a coach, I can trust you to run through a brick wall if needed to help the team. I will cherish the good times we shared together in club and in high school. Trevor, from your junior year to your senior year, your game has improved dramatically. The 21 goals and 9 assists you made were crucial to our team's success. A lot of the big games we played, you scored. So you should be proud of yourself. You're a great kid, and I'll miss having you around. Christian, aka Cristiano. There are 2 sides to Christian. Outside of the game, he has a quiet demeanor, trains well with no fuss. We coaches could tell him to run 10 miles and do 100 burpees for practice, and he wouldn't fuss at all. But in game time, he turns into the Incredible Hulk, which is a phrase I always use with him. I want him to turn green during game time, and he does. I'll miss seeing the opposing team bouncing off you in tackles. You're a joy to be around us. To be a great team, you need great leaders. This senior class has led this team with compassion, grit, and determination. For me, as a parent, I feel like that my own boys are going off to college and leaving me. I will miss you boys. I wish you guys all the best. Did Janelle write that?
Okay, so just to give you a little brief history on where the senior speeches came from. I was reading an FCA article, and it was actually a basketball coach. And what the basketball coach said was that he felt like he was given too many awards, and he wanted to trim back on his awards. And I read that, and I was like, golly, I feel like I do that too. You want to recognize everybody, and it's just not feasible. I don't believe that everybody gets a trophy, and apparently this guy didn't either. But what he said he started to do was he asked for his seniors when they graduated to give senior speeches, and he slowly diminished the number of awards that were given out. He actually said that his participation in his banquets went from just parents and close family members coming to the banquet. It increased to teachers and staff of the school coming. It increased to larger friends groups coming and watching and things like that. And he actually got rid of all of his awards and only does the senior speeches at his banquet. Well, I don't feel like I can get rid of all the awards, because I do feel like when you play a sport like this, as much as it is an absolute team sport, we do have players that need to be individually recognized. But I love the idea of having our seniors give back. And I tell them right from the very end of the season, I talk to them as juniors, rising juniors. I have our first senior meeting. And then I talk to them, and we have several meetings before the season starts. And then we have meetings throughout the season. And then at the end of the season, we have a final meeting. And in that final meeting, I let them know that you are always welcome here. And I think that the first way that the seniors can give back is to express what soccer has done for them and their life. These guys have been playing soccer since they were very little, very small kids. And I think it's really cool. And I tell them, if nothing else, thank God, thank you parents, and just get off the mic. And we've seen parents, we've seen players that have put a lot of thought into this, and we've seen some players that haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. But either way, it is really solid. And so this is something that is here to stay. But like I said, with the senior speeches, we will start off with Luke Young.
Okay. So, the idea for this was actually kind of proposed to me by my father. And so since I am recognized on the team as kind of the pastor, the spiritual leader, the vocal guy, I wanted to speak and talk to you guys and tell you what it means to me, but I actually wanted to do it in the form of a prayer. So I'm going to ask for everybody to close their eyes and bow their heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for endowing me with parents that have enabled me to walk the path that I have for the last few years. They have financially supported me and allowed me to play all different types of soccer, like high school, club, and 6v6. So for that, I'm grateful. Thank you, God, for the parents of my teammates that have allowed their children to play and come out and support us all and cheer us on. For the fans that enjoy watching us group of guys come together enough to sit in the cold, the heat, or the rain and shout out for support at every game. God, thank you for the fact that we are blessed enough to even live in a situation where we can play the sport of soccer. I have been blessed with teammates that are competitive as I am, teammates that are willing to work in order to bring not only themselves, but the team as a whole up. Teammates that can genuinely hold each other accountable for our performances and support each other when we need it. Thank you for allowing each and every one of these teammates to become my friend. This group of friends I have before me has modeled me into a better version of myself, and I pray I played a role in doing that for them. God, I am grateful for the coaches that have chosen to believe in me and taken their own personal time out of their lives and use it to give to me, and their best efforts at training me to become better at the game. God, thank you for Coach Reggie. He has been an awesome addition to the coaching staff. I've had a lot of fun cutting up with him, and while I do always argue with whatever advice he gives me, I know deep down he knows better than I do. Thank you, God, for Coach Jay and allowing him to better us and better our game plans in a way that help us win. And God, thank you for Coach Nate. He's been instrumental in my ongoing development to becoming a better person. He's taught me things no one else can, and led by an example I would be more than happy to follow. Thank you, Father, for the time you gave us to spend with Coach Davis. His laid-back, nonchalant way of coaching always taught us more than what we could ever realize. God, I pray for this team and their future, and that you can continue to put your hand on them and guide the program where it needs to go. Use the program for your glory so everyone can praise you. Be with the upcoming seniors and let them realize what it takes to be great, and use it. Watch over us as this week goes on and let us become more aware of your presence around us. Help us become better representatives of you. And in your heavenly name I pray. Amen.
So you don't get that if you don't have a senior do a speech, right? So the next guy that we're going to have is Lucas Duke.
Wow, my time at West Lawrence has come to an end. My time of being a Raider and wearing the crest and the captain's band on my arm has come to an end. Although my time at West Lawrence wasn't very long, it was still 2 of the best years of my life. The friends, well, not just friends, but brothers that I have had the honor and privilege of playing with on this team will always hold a special place in my heart. All the memories we made will never be forgotten. From going to beat the Panthers of Perry to going to play for the Panthers team in LaGrange will always remind me that these boys that I have played with helped me reach my lifelong goal of playing college soccer. So to y'all, I say thank you. To our fans, I say thank you for coming to support us every game. Even in the cold, wet, and scorching weather, you stuck with us. Y'all are a part of our team, and I will always remember y'all cheering us on. Yes, Ms. Brookmeyer, that means you stomping and cheering and screaming at the ref. Also includes my dad against Perry. Made a whole YouTube video of the play advantage. I still miss the PK, I know. Anyway, let's see. I will always remember y'all, and y'all are always a teammate of mine. I love y'all. Mom and Dad, I know we always have disagreements, but I hope when you look at me, you're one and only child that you would do anything for. I hope you see a young man that represents you in the right way. I hope you realize that I do everything I can to make y'all proud, and I know I can be a pain in the butt. I hope you know I am more than thankful for everything you have done, from driving state to state to even halfway across the country to play the sport I love. I love you more than anything, and I always will. To Coach Nate, Coach Reggie, and Coach Jay, thank you for always pushing me in every aspect, from being a leader to doing the smallest drill. We all know you guys are a heart of our soccer program. 2 region titles back-to-back speaks volumes of that, and also the Elite Eight. On behalf of the team and the fans, I want to say thank you, and we will always love you guys. I can't wait for those Elite Eight tattoos. Oh, one more thing. I may be becoming a Red Panther, but I will always bleed Raider blue. Thank you to all of you. 7 out.
All right, next up we have Christian Connors.
Alright, I want to start my speech by saying thank you to my family, coaches, teammates, and anyone else who has supported me throughout my years playing soccer. Without the support I received from these people, I would not have been able to have all these great experiences playing soccer. Next, I want to talk about my journey as a player in the soccer program. When I came to this program in 8th grade to play JV, I remember being nervous because I was about to practice with the best soccer players I've ever seen. At this time, I was unaware, but later I realized that I looked up to these players and I wanted to be like them. With this in mind, I was approaching my senior season, and I knew I had to figure out what type of leader I wanted to be. Being self-aware, I knew that being a vocal leader was not on the cards for me. So I tried my best to lead by example. Sorry, I gotta bring this closer, it's a little blurry. All right. I tried my best to lead by example. I hope I was able to represent this program well and provide a good example of what a West Orange soccer player should be like. I wanted to provide this example because it's what I have provided for me. Coach Smith, Coach Davis, Coach Jay, Coach Reggie, and all the players before me provided excellent examples of what was necessary to be successful. They laid the foundation so this program could be where it is today. So for that, I'm very thankful. I will always cherish the moments I've had with this team. From the hot and cold games and practices, to bonding as a team and form retreats, I will miss every part of this program. I was blessed to be able to play in a positive program with coaches who are determined to make you into better players, as well as better men. I realize how blessed I am to be a part of this team and brotherhood like this, part of a team and brotherhood like this. I have so much respect for the players and coaches of this program, and I will miss each and every one of you. Even after wearing the number 13 for 4 years, I cannot help but realize how lucky I was to have such great teammates, coaches, and parents to help me along my soccer journey. So to all of you, I want to say thank you.
Next, we have Trevor Thompson.
Yes, I have my speech on my phone. First, I would like to say thank you to my teammates, coaches, and family, friends. I would also like to give an extra thank you to my parents. They are my biggest fans and supporters. Without them, I wouldn't be half the person or player I am today. My parents have spent countless hours and energy into getting me to practices and games, making sure my jerseys are clean, and paying my way for clothes soccer. I would also like to say that it has been one heck of a season. Not only were we back-to-back region champions, but we also made it to the Elite Eight. This team has come a long way in these past 4 years. I remember being a freshman just being excited as crap, just to be a 4th seed in state. Now, my senior year is over, and I couldn't be more proud of what we have accomplished. I'm excited to see what the future holds for the upcoming seniors, and I cannot wait for the three-peat. These last 4 years, I have made some of the best memories that I will always remember. Between Nate shaving his head freshman year and to the rap battles on the way to the Elite Eight, if you know, you know. I will always cherish these moments, and 16 out. See y'all.
By the way, the rap battles in the back of the bus were nothing short of horrible. All right, well, thanks again. It's awesome to watch you guys do this. We've had players that became seniors and didn't want to speak because they didn't want to speak in front of the crowd, and it just always leaves just a little empty feeling. And so I encourage all of you that are coming up behind, don't take that route. Go through it. It's not as hard once it's done. Okay, it's not that bad, but these are priceless, and these are memories that we'll always remember. So again, I thank you guys for stepping up one more time and leading the way that you are supposed to lead. Next, we're going to have the All-Region Honors. To give you a little rundown of what the All-Region Honors are, these are honors that are voted on by the coaches in the region. So we have coaches from Spalding and Perry and Westside and Baldwin. Anyway, all the teams that are in our region, the coaches get to vote. Some of the coaches shouldn't be allowed to vote, but they get to because they're part of the region. So this year we had several that got honorable mention. The first that got honorable mention defense was Will Brown. Next, we had honorable mention James Nelson. Then we also had honorable mention Sean Green. So we had honorable mention that we also had a player that received second team all-region, and that was Christian Conyers, got second team all-region. Then we had 3 players that received first team all-region. The first was first team all-region defender Brock Morgan. Next, we had all-region striker, first team all-region striker Trevor Thompson. Next, we had all-region midfielder Lucas Duke. For the record, record, I'm not exactly sure how you score 28 goals and have 25 assists in a season and not get Region Player of the Year. So I think that it was stolen pretty much because of the Spalding coach, I believe. So I'll have an opportunity to speak with him next year, I believe. Next, we also had some big honors. We got Keeper of the Year, All Region. That's Tanner Thompson. We also had Defensive Player of the Year, All Region, and that was Tyler Martin. One last applause for these guys. So I wanted to recognize some of the players from the JV team that made it here tonight. If you would, when I call your name, please stand. We have Caleb Stevens. We have Hunter Meeks. Landon Powers. And Michael Bonnier. Next, we will be presenting the varsity players. This year we got region champ plaques, and I hope that this continues because the school pays for them. So that's a nice thing to get with the plaques that you will eventually see. First, how we'll do this is I'm going to read, and then I'll say your name at the end, and then you'll come up after I stop talking. Okay, guys? All right. First, we have Dean Library. Dean scored 3 goals and added 3 assists on the year. He has the potential to be a very valuable piece of the puzzle moving forward. He can play in the middle, and he also got some game experience on the outside back as well. And we're really looking forward to seeing what this freshman can do in the upcoming seasons. Dean Lyman. Next, we have Chase Cody. Chase was pulled up during the season from the JV team once Jay and Reggie and I recognized that he was improving. We wanted to go ahead and pull him up into the team so that he could have an opportunity to play along the varsity players. He ended up playing in several matches, getting an assist before getting hurt, which ended his season. So he can also play in the middle. I feel like he could probably play up top and even be a wing player. Chase Cody. Next, we have Will Sterling. Will had a solid season with the varsity team. He was one of several that bounced back and forth from the JV team. He mainly plays wing for us, but he also played some outside back. Will scored a goal for us this season and was able to get valuable minutes as he came off the sideline. Will Sterling. Next, we have Ben Rogowski. Ben was a major part of the season this year. He played in the middle and got a little time at the 9 position as well. Ben has a really good vibe of the game. He is able to switch the point of attack extremely well. This season, Ben tallied 7 goals and had 8 assists. He had the biggest goal of the season when he smoked it to beat Marist. So we look forward to seeing the growth in Ben in the future. Ben Rogowski. Maddox Harris. Maddox was able to get valuable playing time in mostly defensive positions. He finished the year with 1 assist. Maddox has good size and the ability to move the ball forward. Many may not know this about Maddox, but he is a skilled woodworker and welder. This offseason could be really important in the growth of Maddox, and we're looking forward to seeing what his sophomore year brings. Maddox Harris. Next, we have Cody Hutto. Cody was pulled up to the team after the JV season. He was able to help the varsity team prepare for our playoff push and got into a couple of the varsity matches. He finished the varsity season with 1 assist, and Cody mainly plays on the outside for us. We're looking forward to seeing what the future holds for Cody. Next, we have Jackson Spann. Jackson is an outside back for us, mainly playing on the left side. He was also one that was pulled up for the varsity playoff push. Jackson also ran into a little bit of bad luck with COVID and missed some of the end of the season in the playoff push. But we have big expectations for Jackson, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can do in the future. Come on, Jackson. Ethan Bodie. Ethan was able to get big minutes with the varsity team as a defender this year. He has really improved in just a year from what he was a year ago. He has major potential. He is another player that plays on the defense and has the ability to push the ball forward. As he pushes the ball forward, we're looking for him to be able to distribute a little bit more to the wings. Ethan Bodie. Hunter Graham. Hunter was also pulled up at the end of the season. He gave us a burst off the sideline and was able to get some minutes in our playoff game against Spencer. He actually got an assist in the Spencer game. He is one that we have really kept an eye on with his ability to play the 9 position. Hunter is also a very much a team player. He is willing to do what the coaches ask, and he's always trying to put himself in a position to make the team better. So we're looking forward to seeing what Hunter does in the future for us. Hunter Graham. JD Edwards. JD got called up at the end of the season to help us prepare for our playoff push. JD has a knack of being in the right place at the right time, and this was proven when he scored a goal in the varsity team against Westside. If his confidence continues to build, he can find a place on the team. Continue to work hard, JD, and good things will happen. Come on, JD. So in the past, I don't think that I've done this, but I wanted to just say a little something to the freshman class. This is a really talented group of freshmen. It's a large group of freshmen, and so ultimately, in order for you guys to continue to get better and get more time with the team that you want, which is the varsity team, you have to continue to put in the work, okay? You don't have to do it all, but you just have to understand that there's people behind you that want your position. Okay, so having this many of you is a blessing, but you will have to continue to get better so somebody coming from behind you doesn't take your spot. So continue to work, guys, okay? Now we have first we have James Nelson. We totally changed how James plays the striker position. Throughout the year, we were working with James on how he wanted to play. In the past, James was just a get it and go straight up the middle kind of striker. We were turning his back to the goal, which was totally unfamiliar to James. But he was able to adapt and play the way that we wanted him to play, and he reaped the benefits. He was able to score 10 goals and had 6 assists. Last year, I challenged him, and he showed up, and he showed out. This year, I'm going to do the same. I challenged James to get even better shape. Try to get as good a shape so you can be a wing player as well. learn to flop. And score 20 goals next year. So the challenge has been set. So now it's just up to you. And remember, you were an honorable mention player this year. Let's get something better next year. Come on up, James. That's our sophomore class. All right, to the juniors. First we have Tanner Thompson. Tanner, Keeper of the Year. Enough said, but I do have a little bit more. Tanner has come so far, it's simply incredible. His shot blocking ability, his distribution, and his leadership, it's all growing together. We're literally seeing the snowball effect before our eyes in his keeper skills. Tanner was one of the reasons that we were able to stay in the close games. He had many huge saves and ended the season with a 1.03 goals against average. If you include the playoffs, his goals against average actually shrunk to 1.02 goals against average. He also scored a goal, and the sky's the limit for your senior season. Come on up, Tanner. Sean Green. Sean was a mainstay in the middle for us. He has the ability to take the top off the defense and also slide a pass through to get to our attackers. He was able to improve in the air, which really became a huge part of his game and for us, for me at least. Okay? His long legs are a problem for most opponents that he runs up against. This year, Sean tallied 10 goals. He had 8 assists this season, and he earned all-region honorable mention. Sean Green. Caden Brookmeyer. Caden had a great year for us on the wing. He ended the season with 4 goals and 6 assists. I think he would tell you that he didn't have a great year, but I would say otherwise. He is physical, he is fast, and he has a much improved left foot to go with his right. You may not remember, but it was Caden's defense and the drive the ball diagonally down the field that set up our game-winning goal that Ben hit against Maris. We're expecting a huge senior year from Caden Brookmeyer. Will Brown. Will is the most cerebral player we have. He reads the game and sees it happening before most players. This allows him to be in the right position the majority of the time. It was his defensive play on the left that made our back four the strongest in the region. He learned how to attack this year too and does it really well. Sometimes he does it so well, I think he sneaks past the other team and he sneaks past our team because we don't see him making his runs. We're excited to see what Will brings to the team in the spring. Tyler Martin, All-Region Defensive Player of the Year. Tyler became one of our vocal leaders this year. Not only does he lead with his play on the field, but he is leading by communication as well. Tyler is the leader on and off the field. Tyler scored 2 goals. He had 1 assist this season. He narrowly missed several chances on set pieces when we bring him up for corner kicks. Tyler's a major threat on those. Nobody's going to outwork Tyler, which leads me to believe that the best is yet to come for him. Tyler Martin. Evan Lowry. Evan, little perm, Maddie. All of these are terms of endearment and nicknames that we've given Evan along the way. If you haven't seen this guy eat, man, you are missing out. I hope you guys protected your place in there. Evan spent a lot of time banged up this year, but once he became healthy, he was an integral part of our team and our playoff push. He plays defense with tenacity that very few opposing players can get away from. He has the ability to win the ball, and in the attack, he makes things happen. Evan had 3 goals, 3 assists this season. If we can get him fully healthy for a season for Evan, his senior year will be unbelievable. Looking forward to it. Go on, Evan. Caden Richardson. Caden battled several injuries this year, which led to him not being on the field as much as we had wanted. When he is able to play, he's a winger for us. He also plays outside back. With Christian Connors leaving some big shoes to fill, this is an opportunity, Caden, for you to step in and get some major minutes, even a starter. Okay? So this would be a situation for you to put an exclamation point on your high school career. So we're looking forward to seeing you take this opportunity by the hand, okay? Caden Richardson. Brock Morgan. Brock was the most dominant right back in our region this year, which led him to being first team all-region defender. He is physical, fast, and loves to compete against the other team's attackers. Brock was also very successful getting into our attack, scoring 7 goals while adding 4 assists on the season. He had a huge year, and it's going to be even a better senior year. Brock Morgan. So I have a note to the junior class. You guys have the ability to have an absolutely huge year next year. Don't take anything for granted and continue to lead the way in order for you to have the best senior year you can possibly have. If you want it, go get it. Next, in the movie The Remember the Titans, one of the player coaches says, attitude reflects leadership. This senior class had great attitudes, which led to great leadership, which led to a great season. Luke Young, Pastor Luke. Luke was our spiritual leader. I'll get there. All right. He was our motivation in hard times. He was a team captain. Luke finished the year with 3 goals and 4 assists. Luke has played a huge role in my life. I am a passionate coach, and when I pop off, sometimes I get out of line. And I can look at Luke's nonverbal and know he may or may not approve, which always keeps me in check. And I appreciate that. Thank you. Come on. Lucas came into the program as a junior and definitely is leaving his mark after 2 years. This year he had 28 goals and 25 assists, both teams single season records. He also totaled 48 goals and 47 assists in the 2 years he was here. He is a passionate player as I have ever been around, and I'm pretty sure he hates to lose as much as I do, which makes our player-coach relationship extremely special. I look forward to keeping track and hopefully watching his future develop at the next level. Luke Stewart. Christian Connors. Man, I can remember Christian when he was all knees and elbows playing on the rec all-star team as the goalie. He hated that. He's not that little boy anymore. Now he's a young man who loves to kill more girls. I had two one more time. I just can't get past that. Christian has been a staple for us in the back four for at least the last 4 years. He's a leader both on the field and off the field. He's quiet but quietly confident, and even began to be a vocal leader on the field this season. I loved it when I was told that Christian was laughing and smiling when guarding up against the striker from Marist. Just lets you know the total love of the game that Christian had and the competition he was willing to go for against the Marist striker. Good luck at everything. Continue to be a part of the program, and we will see you soon. Christian Connors. Trevor Thompson. Trevor had a monster year for us this year. He saved the best for last and had 21 goals and 9 assists on the season. He has elite speed and was a major threat for us on the wing this season. He was able to bury some really big goals for us, and none bigger than his blast against Perry and Spalding. I think he scored first for us both in both matches. He was 100% in our shootouts, I believe. I know that Trevor is planning on walking on at Middle Georgia, and I wish him all the best. I will definitely be keeping an eye and an ear out and hoping for the best for Trevor. Trevor Thompson. So note to you guys. So I've told you all before, as a graduating member of this program, I hope that you will stay in touch and come around as much as possible. The door is always open. So that is the Region Team of the Year. Elite age guys. So now we're going to give some awards to some individuals. First is Most Improved. To me, Most Improved kind of has a different connotation. Sometimes it can be taken that the player didn't have any skill, so they had to improve. I feel that that's false. That's a false narrative. The fact that you improved and the amount that you improved means that you were doing things the right way. This year, James Nelson scored 11 goals and 6 assists. And so this is the most improved player for us this year. To me, one of the biggest ways that we can be a dominant team is winning the ball in the air. That means whether you're winning it with your head or your thigh or your foot, but we must win the ball in the air. And because I feel that it's such a big incremental part of our team and how we play, I give the Aerial Supremacy Award every year. This year, we didn't track the stats on everybody's headers this year, but we did have one player that rose above and beyond, and that was Tyler Martin. Next, we have the Rookie Award. I like the Rookie Award because it gives an opportunity to give some credit to a player that is either young to the team or just arriving to the team. We've given the award to both. This year, the player that's going to get the award had 7 goals, 8 assists, and played a major part of our varsity season. Ben Rogowski. every year we give the Raider Award, and it's simply just best for me just to read what the Raider Award entails. It says, given to the athlete who displayed character and desire to succeed on and off the field. This year, the award goes to Christian Conyers. Next, we have Defensive Player of the Year. As we get to these awards, all of them are really hard for us to decide from, and we have to meet, text, phone call, all the coaches trying to figure out what we think is best between Jay, Reggie, and myself. And this year, when it came to the Defensive Player of the Year, we felt like we had to acknowledge 2 players. I think we acknowledged 2 players last year. This year, the 2 that will be acknowledged are Tanner Thompson and Tyler Martin. Y'all wearing the same color as me?
Hey, scoot over for a minute.
Okay.
It's like the flash.
Next, we have Offensive Player of the Year. This year, the coaches and I decided that we would give it to a player that scored 21 goals and had 9 assists for us, scoring some major goals in some of our biggest competition. This year, it's Trevor Thompson. Next, we have the Most Valuable Player Award. Coca-Cola is gracious enough to give us a plaque so that it really lets you know how much the player means to the team. This year, it probably comes as no surprise as the player that scored 28 goals and 25 assists should have been player of the region. He's definitely been heart and soul of our team this year, has been able to produce. He's a leader on the field and off the field. Our MVP is Lucas Duke. We have the Golden Boot Award every year. The Golden Boot Award goes to the player that has the most goals for the team. We've tried year in and year out to get a golden trophy. Apparently we can't get that. So our Golden Boot Award is silver. But Lucas Duke gets this award with 28 goals. So the last 2 seasons have been seasons of firsts, and we have another first coming your way now. First, we would like to, before we get into the big portion of this, we have something that we would like to present to Stacey Davis. If you would come up, please. So we are going to establish the Emory Davis Scholarship Fund. Tonight we'll be presenting the first annual Emory Davis Scholarship Fund. This player is one that represents everything that Coach Emory Davis was all about. Faith, family, work ethic, positivity, and soccer. Each year, The goal of the coaching staff is to work with the Davis family, and we will work together in order to help a graduating senior. Our goal is to be able to increase the amount of the fund annually, which will also give the amount of the funds that we're giving to the student athlete will increase every year as well. Another goal for us is to not only be able to give a scholarship to a boy player, but also give one to a girl player, because he impacted not only the boys team, but he also impacted the girls team. So Emory played a vital role in the soccer program, whether it was West Lawrence Middle School, West Lawrence High School. He left a major imprint, and there's no other way for us to always remember Emory Davis than to give a scholarship to one of our seniors. And we're going to have Emily Davis come up. She's going to say a little something.
I never thought that I would be the one speaking at this next soccer banquet. But these last 8 months have been quite unexpected for all of us. All of you experienced a loss just like me and my family did. You've all supported us and loved us through these times, and now it's our turn to give back to y'all. My dad was a kind, funny, hardworking. He loved the Lord, loved his wife and his kids, and he loved all the kids that he taught and coached. He was happiest outside of the spotlight and liked to live more in the shadows, taking in the moments and watching everyone's back. He was a protector and enjoyed being there for all the boys he coached as a supporter through life. He may not have made the choices that everyone always loved and supported, but he stood by those choices all the way. My dad never showed favoritism while coaching, even while he coached me and the boys. He gave the position and the playing time to those who worked hard and earned it. He always said that he would put the best 11 on the field and never had time for an attitude or temper. We are thankful that this scholarship will keep his memory alive to the future generations that were not lucky enough to be coached by him. This scholarship is going to the senior that showed up and worked hard no matter the circumstances of his life around him, and shows many of the qualities that were found in my dad. So this year we would like to give the scholarship to Luke Young.
So we do have a couple things that's just to keep us moving forward. We need to talk about our off season just a little bit. While I have you all in the same room and teary-eyed, there's no better time, right? So first, I need to have a head count of the guys that are going to be doing CrossFit. So I have a piece of paper that I thought I was going to have a pen. I do not have that. So I would like, if you could get one. If you are a player and you are doing the team CrossFit this summer, I need you to come up and you put a check mark by your name. You don't have to do it now, but before you leave, please come put a check mark by your name. Another thing that we need, and this was going to be the easiest way for us to get it, is I need the 6v6 money if you have it. If you don't have it, no problem. We can get it just at the first game, but I would like to have the bulk of it turned in. So that can also just be given to me directly. If you have a check or you plan on writing a check, you will make that check out to DLCRA. Okay? The last thing is that Eric Harris has made these plaques here that are on display. If you want one of these for your sons or you want one for yourself, feel free to contact him and he will make one for you. They look absolutely terrific, and so that is another thing that you can get for your player. If there's Nothing else? Yep. Okay.
Well, he's already said the plaques are for Eric, and Eric made the plaques for Nate and Jay and Reggie had to leave early, I believe. But as parents and the students, we wanted to also give each you a gift card as appreciation for what you do for boys all year, and we also have your lives a little something. So thanks so much for all you do. Try to do it without crying. The other day when Eric was making those boards and he had that picture, he texted me and I looked at my watch and I'm in the middle with 23 first graders. And I read it and I didn't see the image. And when I looked at it, he said, I've looked at this picture 100 times and there's a cross dead smack in the center of that photo. And he said, Emery's just saying, I'm right here with y'all. So I just wanted you to see that and just know that that's pretty awesome, that it's dead smack in the middle of that photo.
So again, thank you very much for being here. Next year might be a little bit longer. We've got double the seniors, double the speeches. Tanner's excited. Anyway, thanks again. Great season, guys. I really appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Remember, boys, check in here, check mark by your name.